What's up, Capricorn, and welcome to your weekly reading for September 25th through October the 1st. My name is Drea. This is 33 of Swords Tarot. Welcome in if you guys are new. Sorry, I got a drink of my yerba and I'm like choking. Welcome in if you guys are new. Welcome back if you're returning. I appreciate you guys rocking with me no matter what. We're going to get right into it, you guys. I didn't write down all of the astrological events that are taking place this week because I really wanted to focus on the full moon in Aries. Full moon in Aries, you guys, that's taking place on Friday the 29th, depending on where you're at. But this is a very fiery, very passionate full moon. I always feel a lot of energy around these full moons. Very, very fiery, very full of power. It's important, though, to use this power wisely, right? Because it could backfire if you're not stable, especially in your emotions. But we'll get into that. It's a full moon, you guys. This is all about things coming to completion, cycles ending, right? But with it being in Aries, it could also be about, I get like this final push that's needed in order to set things in action. Maybe you get just a burst of energy and you want to finish that project, or you want to see the end results of something, right? It could be like that. So does have this energy of like action behind it, like action you would take during a new moon, but it's kind of about the things that you had already planted a seed in, if that makes sense. At least that's the energy that I get. But it's a harvest moon, you guys. We're in Libra season now, which is all about partnerships, balance, but it also takes place during fall. You know, fall equinox just started. By the time you guys watch this, we'll already be in fall season. But that's all about abundance, you guys. Harvesting all these seeds that we planted are coming to fruition, and we're harvesting these things, right? We're seeing the fruits of our labor. So very full of abundant this full moon is, right? Very abundant, very full of passion, fiery energy, like I said. But also watch out for impulsive behavior and outbursts, especially if you have unsettled or undealt with emotions, right? That's really important. So use the power of this full moon wisely. But let's get into it, Capricorn. I'm going to start with the Starseed Oracle. We're going to see what Spirit wants you to focus on for this full moon, whether it be about, something that needs a little more action taken to it, or if this is about a cycle closing out. So far, for most of the signs, it's been about cycles completing. I mean, it is a full moon, right? And we're also, changing seasons here. But let's get into it. What do we have for Capricorn for this full moon in Aries? For Capricorn, please and thank you, Spirit. For Capricorn. Oh, thank you. Okay, fell all the way to the floor. 1 second. Wow, you guys, I saw this in the pre-shuffle for you guys. Wow. Okay, so you guys got Earthed. That's beautiful, you guys. Look at these cards are really bright, you guys, so I apologize. Like the glare is just horrible sometimes, but hopefully you can see that. Wow, Earthed. Very iridescent, like down here. I don't know if that means anything to you guys, that iridescent color. And it's giving me this energy of like an alien coming down to Earth. And it says, yeah, okay, so, yep, definitely. So Earth, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Wow, and that's so funny. Like it's very Earth energy from this card, but also very otherworldly. It's like this is very Earth energy right here with this color, but this iridescent color is giving me like this otherworldly energy, right? Like aliens. Um, and you guys are an Earth sign, so that's so interesting. Maybe a lot of you guys are feeling like you don't fit in your body, like maybe especially being an Earth sign, like maybe you're like a really unorthodox Capricorn, right? Like maybe you have a lot of other placements, other signs that make you kind of like out there, right? And like Capricorns are supposed to be very practical, very down to earth, right? And maybe you just don't feel like you fit with that stereotype or with that image. I don't know. That's interesting. So let's read this from the book. I don't think I've ever got this card before. All right. It says the challenge for all souls having a human experience is to be in the world, but not of it. To realize that they are souls having a human experience and be fully conscious of it. to have their soul fully embody their body. People's personalities tend to relate to either transcendence or immanence. Those who lean towards transcendence have a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. They yearn for personal experience with God and to be lost in the heavens. They're envious of the angels and are more comfortable praying and hanging out in the stars than on earth. Those who tend toward immanence have attached themselves more to earth and their body. They spend more time thinking about things in the physical world rather than connecting with the heavens or their own mystical inner worlds. Being a fully embodied soul, having a human experience, means finding the balance between the transcendence and immanence, being in the world but not of it. Okay, so maybe some of you guys are the opposite. Maybe you're too much in this world, and Spirit's like, there needs to be a balance, right? Maybe you're too much focused on the physical, on material things, on your gain, abundance, like, your physical, tangible gain, and you're not worried about, or you're not thinking about your spiritual connection, right? Most starseeds are drawn towards transcendence. They're more comfortable with angels and the heavens. Life on earth can be more difficult for them. If this is you, you're being reminded that you chose to be a soul in a body on earth, and you're being called to focus more on your energies in the physical world, to learn how to be human, a soul in a human body, fully present to what life on earth has to offer you. So yeah, like I said, I feel like most of you guys, it's going to be the other way, where you feel like you don't belong, right? Maybe you have a lot of Aquarius placements or Pisces placements that just kind of make you feel out of this world, right? The Starseed Soul Inquiry says, do you tend to long for the stars or be more in the physical? How can you find greater balance between the two? Yeah, you guys, so take it as it resonates. It's one of the two, but there needs to be a balance, right? There's a need to be in the world, but not of it, right? Or vice versa. Am I saying that right? The Spirit wants you to find a balance right now between being too up in the heavens or too completely grounded. I mean, there needs to be a balance always. Let's see what we got here with the tarot. What do we have for Capricorn? Please and thank you, Spirit. What do we have for Capricorn? Thank you. All right. We have the Page of Swords coming out. Page of Swords with Temperance in the reverse. We will clarify that, but I'm getting a couple things here. First of all, this Temperance in the reverse being right in the middle of the spread, this just talks about that need for things to be balanced. Something is out of balance here, whether you're too much in the physical world or too much in the ethers, right? There needs to be a balance. And with this Page of Swords, this is all about what you're allowing into your mental body. Or sometimes I pick up this Page of Swords like that. Do you see how she has the sword right above her head? She's using her discernment. She's being sharp and quick-witted and wise about what she allows into her mental body, what she's thinking about. Is she constantly thinking about, going back home to her starseed planet, or being in the heavens, or being, especially if you have passed on loved ones, like people that you're missing and that are no longer here with us. A lot of people get to that point where they're like, man, I just want to die because I want to be with my loved ones again. It could be something heavy like that for you guys, but Spirit is telling you, to use your brain is very powerful, right? And there's something about like the power of your brain here. This is a page, so he's still a beginner, he's still a novice, right? So I think you're learning how to control your brain in a particular way, right? Or control what you're allowing into your mental body that affects what you are focusing on, right? Because the things we focus on grow. And if you're focusing on money, material gain, what am I going to get in this job? What am I going to get with this guy? Like, what am I, like, world, money, 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 3D, you're just going to get more and more of that, right? And then if you're focused so much on your spiritual enlightenment, and not that it's a bad thing, because if you're focused on it and you want it to grow, then that's great. But then you start becoming like too much in it, right? There needs to be a balance. There has to be a balance with everything. Everything in this world needs to be in moderation, right? That's exactly what this is talking about. What else? What else for Capricorn? Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, there's something that's lacking structure here. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords, though. So you go from this Page of Swords to this King of Swords. Once there's balance here. And he has complete control over his mental body. complete. He's the king here. It's interesting. So seeing the 10 of Cups. Okay, 10 of Cups, family, happy family life, extreme happiness, extreme fulfillment. But let's clarify this Page of Swords here. Clarify this Page of Swords for Capricorn. What is this Page of Swords? Maybe you're dealing with an air sign, but I think this is you. I think this is you guys leveling up in your mental, right? What you allow into your mental body, the things that you think, the things you focus on. Wow, yeah. King of Swords in the reverse, clarifying this Page of Swords. So yeah, there was definitely a lack of structure. We see that here with this Knight of Pentacles over here. There was a lack of structure, a lack of routine, but your intelligence was being used in a bad way, right? So like I said, like if you were so like, I'm going to be spiritual, I'm going to, do all these, do yoga every day and only watch tarot readings and only, like, you become disconnected from the world and you become, you're not part of it, right? You're not part of the world. And we're here for a reason, to be a part of the world. And I can relate very much to this reading, you guys, because I tend to isolate myself in my spirituality. And it's, then I become antisocial. And although you may be very smart, very bright, very, and even if this is the other way around, if you're too focused on the earthly things, you're smart, you're wise, you have logic there, a lot of logic and a lot of power with your logic, but it's used in the wrong way. You're focusing too much in one way or the other, one extreme or the other, right? What else for this Page of Swords for Capricorn? Thank you. King of Pentacles, though. Yeah, definitely you guys. Lots of kings here already, lots of masculine energy here, which is you. So, um, King of Swords in the reverse with the King of Pentacles. So you guys are definitely coming in with a stable approach to this, or a common sense type of approach to this. Like, okay, like if I focus too much in this direction, I'm going to lack over here. That's common sense. So there needs to be this stability, this security in both directions. And that's what you guys are, you're smart. The Capricorn's like, you know where the work needs to, like, you see it and I don't even know how to put it. It's like you guys are well equipped to balance this out, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. You're well equipped for this. So maybe a lot of you guys are a star seed, and that's why you came into this world as a Capricorn or with heavy earth energy here, right? It's because when you start floating too much upward, you have this placement in you, this Capricorn placement that's like, oh, wait a minute, that's not very stable of you. Let's bring it back down. Let's a very down to earth energy, right? Down to earth. What else for this Page of Swords for Capricorn? Please and thank you, Spirit. Wow. The Temperance in the reverse again. So yeah, you guys, there's a definite need for balance here. But you are well equipped. You are well equipped. And it's definitely in your masculine, which would make sense because the masculine's the ego, right? Especially if you're too much I mean, it could go both ways. The ego could be really like, if you want to be really spiritual, your ego kind of gets stuck on like, well, I need to be at this level, or I need to learn this, that, and that in order to be considered spiritual. And in order for people to take me seriously, I have to do this, that, and the other. Your ego is really getting in the way here. Because spirituality isn't about what you can prove to other people, about what you know, right? And it could be something like that with this King of Swords in the reverse. But there's an imbalance here. There's an excess, there's clashing, there's a lack of perspective, self-indulgence, wow. Temperance twice here, you guys, in the reverse. Definitely a need for balance. But like I said, that you guys are very, very well fully equipped for this type of situation. Now let's clarify this Temperance card in the reverse. Clarify this Temperance card in the reverse for, almost said Sagittarius. Maybe you have Sag placements, or you're dealing with a Sag, or you're on the cusp. Temperance in the reverse for Capricorn. We have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords. So more mental body energy here, but a need to rest your mental body. Yeah, because you're extreme here. Whatever you're focusing on, it's extreme. So this is feeling overwhelmed, mental overload, needing solitude, relaxation, rest, peace and quiet, sanctuary, meditation, regrouping, right? In order to get this balance, it's time to go into this meditative state so you could gain this knowledge of like, okay, wait a minute, I'm doing this. There's a lot of excess here. There's a lot of extreme with both of those temperances in the reverse. And it could be really draining you too. But in order to have this rejuvenation, this renewal, right, you need to rest. You need to meditate on this. Look at bottom of the deck. We have the Star card. Yeah. Renewal, faith, spirit, right? What else for this Temperance card in the reverse for Capricorn? First of all, let me make sure that's still on. Yep. Okay. And we have Four of Cups in the reverse. Okay, Four of Cups. This is about seizing opportunity, letting go of regret, an end of stagnation, motivation, and enthusiasm. Yeah, especially if you guys were focused on the negative. But this to me is spirit coming in and bringing you this gift of motivation and enthusiasm when it comes to making this change, especially after this time, this period of rest. So here you go into this, meditative state, kind of hermit energy, right? Where you need to regroup and heal, right? And then bam, it's like this, okay, like I know what I need to do now. I'm seeing things clearly now. What else for this Temperance in the reverse for Capricorn? Whoa, all these cards just flew out. Let me grab them. I'm seeing the Justice card. Wow. Okay. Justice with the Queen of Swords. So this is either your feminine and masculine energies being balanced out, and I mean hella balanced out here with this Justice card in the middle. But you see how she's also holding a sword too? All three of these beings here are holding a sword. You could be dealing with a Libra. You could be dealing with a divine counterpart here. But I think this is you. They are all, I mean, look at all the swords here. Look at all of these beings holding a sword up to their mental body. Look at that. Using their discernment about what they allow into their mental body, what they allow themselves to think and focus on. Wow. Got a couple other cards over here. We have more Sag energy, Nine of Wands. So it could be an ongoing battle that you've been dealing with. Wow. Yeah. And we have the Queen of Pentacles again in the reverse with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, you guys. You can't keep doing this anymore. This is lacking balance, lacking organization. Maybe it's affecting you financially in some ways, or maybe affecting your worth. I don't think it is. I think this is just talking about ungrounded energy, more ungrounded energy, and you're lacking balance in other places in your life. Maybe it is affecting you financially because you're too focused on like spirituality. I'm guilty of that. Like, oh, like, you know, spirit will take care of all of my needs, which is great to think, but at the same time, like, we do still live in the world here, in this 3D world where bills have to get paid, right? Like, you're smart here. You're very smart, you guys. You're very, very smart. But it's time to use that to balance it out and to use it in the right way, right? So that you're no longer struggling in other aspects of your life. And that's, star seeds, especially if you are a star seed, you don't have to be a star seed, but if you feel like you are not from here and you're struggling staying grounded and staying part of this earth like that, in that way, like that's just part of our soul contract, you guys. I resonate so deeply with that. You have to find a balance. I'm hearing that atmosphere song, trying to find a balance. That could be a significance to you, but it's giving me that vibe, hella. Like, oh my God, if you listen to that song, you guys. It's Trying to Find a Balance by Atmosphere. Wow. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and leave that here, you guys. This is all about, you know, like I said, finding that balance between the earthly realm and the spiritual realm, regardless of which one you're more connected to or more immersed in. This is about controlling your mental body here, controlling your thoughts, controlling what you allow yourself to focus on in extremes, right? There needs to be a balance. There needs to, everything in this world needs to be in moderation, right? The good and the bad. Like we can't have too much good either, right? Because there's things and lessons and growth in the bad, right? Wow. Okay, guys. So I'm going to end this with a spiritual AF card. So what do we have for Capricorn? Advice for Capricorn. Advice for Capricorn, please and thank you. Thank you. All right. So you guys got 3 ways to fail at everything in life. 1, complain about everything. 2, blame others for your problems. And 3, never be grateful. That's interesting. It says today's to-dos. 1, don't complain about shit. 2, take full responsibility for every single thing in your life. 3, be grateful for shit. Tonight's to-do list. 1, look at yourself in the mirror. 2, see how hot you are for yourself. And 3, be grateful for your bad self. So you guys, this is a message of like, what's really standing out to me is take full responsibility for every single thing in your life. That's what I mean by you guys are fully equipped. That's what I mean by that. All these to-dos, like 1, 2, 3, like you're like, okay, I'm smart enough to know what I need to do. I'm logical enough to know I got this. I'm a Capricorn for a reason. Let's set a list. 1, don't complain. 2, take full responsibility for your things in your life. And 3, be grateful. Okay, right? So you're grateful for the lessons that you learned in this path that you were on or in this state of being that you were in. Grateful for your, you know, your evolution and being spiritual, right? That's great. That's awesome. But let's be, you know, let's take responsibility for the fact that we're lacking in the earthly department or vice versa. So what do? A, B, and C, right? Like that's what I see in my head. Like you guys aren't like, I don't see a fight against this. I really don't. I see you guys are setting a plan in order to make things balanced. Wow, that's really cool, Capricorn. But I'm going to leave that here, you guys. Those are your messages. I hope they resonated with you. If they did, you guys, give it a like, comment, subscribe, but please comment, you guys. I love to hear from you guys. I really love to hear how it resonates or not, or like what the story is. And if you want to support me in any other ways, I have my Cash App and my PayPal linked below. If you guys want to tip me, I would greatly appreciate that. And I also have my Etsy. So if you guys want to check out all of my art or my crochet items that are for sale, that's on there. And I also have a wish list on there as well if you want to donate any tarot decks or oracle decks to the channel. But yeah, you guys, that's it for you. I'm sending you guys lots of love and light as always. Take care.